On behalf of Trans-States Holdings and GoJet Airlines, I would like to congratulate the Regional Airline Association for its 50 years of essential service to our industry. The Trans-States Holdings carriers have been proud members of the RAA for over 40 years, and it's been an important relationship throughout our history. The RAA staff consists of knowledgeable industry experts who are available at a moment's notice to assist and support their member airlines. The RAA brings together like-minded airlines and its leadership to collaborate on common issues and advance important initiatives that impact safety, the regulatory and political landscape, and to ensure access to regional air service for all communities, but especially the smallest communities in our country. The RAA enables our industry to speak with a unified voice. They ensure we have a seat at the table when laws and regulations are discussed, vetted, and decided upon so our industry's interests are represented. For this and many other reasons, we owe a great deal of gratitude to our RAA President and CEO, Faye Malarkey Black, her incredible staff, and the many other RAA leaders and staff who over the 50-year history have supported the evolution of regional air service. Having been active in the Regional Airlines Association for over 35 years, serving on the board for most of that time, and having the pleasure of multiple terms as board chair and each officer role, it has been professionally enriching experience. I recall in my many early years on the board, when I still had some color in my hair and weighed a few pounds less than I do today, sitting along long-standing industry veterans, observing, learning from, and collaborating with them as peers has been a highlight throughout my career. While member airlines are competitors, when we gather to conduct RAA business, we are all unified in those efforts for the betterment of our industry and air travel in the U.S. and beyond. Participation in the RAA fosters an environment where industry leaders work together for common benefits, developing trusting relationships that transcend the industry. While the RAA has brought us together for many significant activities and initiatives over the years, it has also helped break down barriers that sometimes exist within the competitive landscape. This enables us to draw on shared experiences for support and at times guidance. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time with the RAA, its member airlines, and the incredible group of associate members, suppliers, and regulatory and political partners who have been key collaborators in progress, ensuring the health and success of our industry. So thank you to the RAA for allowing me to be part of this remarkable organization. Congratulations once again to the Regional Airline Association on its 50th anniversary. I look forward to many years of success on behalf of our industry.
I didn't really get involved with the RAA until it was about 2007, and I was kind of launched headfirst into it. My very first convention, I think, was in Memphis, and it was a big event. I was really quite amazed at what the RAA did and what they pulled off, and I was new in my job and was very inspired by the other industry professionals that they brought together at that time. Helped me a lot through the development of my career, certainly, and to have that camaraderie in that direction from the RAA was very, very good and specifically helpful to me personally. I've served as chairman twice, and I remember when we had the convention in Salt Lake City, I was deeply involved in all of that because it's sort of our hometown. Biggest thing that I will take away from that convention is that we did have a karaoke night, and Rick Leach sang karaoke, and I'd known Rick for a long time before that. I had no idea the set of pipes that Rick Leach has, and now all of us do know that, and some people knew that before me, but I was amazed. And these were times that were very, very necessary for us to come together, to not just strategize on ways the industry could survive, but also help each other and share data and do some things to make sure that our industry has a good, strong ability of sustainability with good, strong, top-notch talent coming into the industry. And without the RAA's help and assistance in that, we wouldn't be anywhere near we are today as an industry. And the RAA's ability to combine all of those different types of models, different sizes of fleets, into one collective consensus about how we should proceed within the industry has been a challenge, I think, sometimes for Faye and her team, but they're fantastic at what they do. And they've done a great job helping us make sure that we're staying together and we're focused in ways in which we can really get our message to the right people in DC and have the effect that we need to within the industry. I want to really sincerely congratulate the RAA for 50 amazing years. It's been an amazing evolution in the RAA, which impresses me most. And hats off to Faye and her team for the work that she does every single day and their ability to continue to adapt to a dynamic group of airlines and suppliers to continue to meet the needs of this challenging and deeply competitive industry. So congratulations, and here's to the next 50 years.
Hi, my name is John Sullivan. I'm Executive Chairman of Commute Air, operating as United Express to 54 cities in 21 states throughout the U.S. And today I want to talk to you about the Regional Airline Association. I've been a member since the very beginning, back when it was called the Commuter Airline Association of America, the CAAA. Back then, we had about 200 members, and we flew all over the United States, but mostly we were mom and pop type operations, flying very small aircraft, and I think we managed to fly about 6 million passengers annually. Well, things are a bit different now. There's only a dozen of us, but we fly 150 million passengers, and I think we're responsible for almost 40% of all departures in the United States. Our friends at the RAA have guided us through a lot of different events through that period of time, including deregulation, the PATCO strike, 9/11, several wars, a few recessions, some fuel crises, a pandemic, and a pilot shortage. And through that whole time, they have diligently worked with legislators, regulators, manufacturers, and suppliers in order to perpetuate a terrific air system in the United States of America, fair competition for our industry, and balanced regulations. I must tell you that we couldn't have done it without you, RAA. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tim Combrick. I'm the CEO and chairman of Empire Airlines. Empire Airlines has been a member of the RAA since 1996. However, I had the privilege of being involved with the RAA from an earlier life with one of the founding commuter airlines, Cascade Airways. And I remember, as the director of operations, of attending a conference in Phoenix, Arizona in 1979. And I was so impressed because at that time we were flying 15 and 19 passenger airplanes, and I got to view the first next generation airplanes that were going to be in our business. There was full cabin mock-ups of the Saab 340 and the Dash 8, if I recall correctly. And it was a very exciting time for us to see that was where we were moving in the future. I've also been privileged to be part of the executive committee on the board of directors for the RAA for many years, and it's been an exceptional opportunity for me. I've made many dear friends during that time, and there's no doubt that the work that the RAA does has enhanced our standing as an industry and provides a voice, a lobbying group, and a regulatory advisory group that has been desperately needed for this part of the industry in Washington, D.C. And even though I've seen the RAA from the early days and watched the change through the years, the number of airlines decreasing but becoming larger, and many of the other structural changes have gone on in the industry, I believe that the RAA today is a stronger voice for our industry than it ever has been.
I'm new to the board of the RAA, so I know I can't match some of the war stories that Rick, Chip, Jim, and others can share. But I'm really excited to be part of this team, especially as RAA celebrates its 50th anniversary. That's half a century of supporting regional airlines, connecting communities, and helping to shape the future of aviation. It's a truly incredible milestone. At Endeavor, we see every day how important regional service is, and not just for the passengers, but for the people and places we serve. I grew up in a community served by regional airlines and later worked in rural economic development, where regional air service was truly the lifeblood, bringing jobs, investment, and opportunity to those areas. I know firsthand how critical it is to have safe, reliable air service, especially in smaller and rural parts of this country. We're proud to be part of this vital industry. To close, I want to give a big thank you to Faye and the entire RAA team for the amazing work they do on our behalf day in and day out. I'm looking forward to learning, contributing, and being part of what's next. Thanks for having me, and happy 50th RAA.
Hello, Rick Wilson here with Envoy Air. Like many of our peers, Envoy Air is the result of a rich legacy of regional carriers that have come together over the years, first as American Eagle Airlines and now as Envoy. Our roots date back all the way back to 1967, when J.L. Seaborn founded Metro Airlines and served as its president and CEO. Jay was a true pioneer and innovator in the commuter airline industry. He served as president of the National Commuter Airlines Association, the forerunner of today's RAA. I had the privilege of beginning my aviation career nearly 40 years ago with Metro Airlines. And over the past 2 decades, I've been honored to serve and work with the RAA, whether that be on the Flight Technical Committee, the Safety Council, the Regional Ops Council, or now on the board. And throughout that process, the RAA has consistently provided a vital platform for collaboration, advocacy, and a progress within our industry. Thank you, RAA, for being steadfast voice for regional aviation and a catalyst for innovation and unity. Congratulations on an outstanding 50 years of leadership and service to our industry.
Hi, everybody. I want to just take a second and congratulate the RAA on 50 years of service to the industry. A lot's changed over those 50 years, and the RAA has been central to managing change, advocating for its membership, educating those who had a hand in those challenges, and effectively, preserving service and growing service, or fighting to retain service in the small communities around the country, and representing all the employees in the regional business who rely on that service for their vocation. In particular, recently, the RAA has been instrumental. Through the COVID years and PSP, the RAA played a huge role in being present in all the conversations that needed to be happening to ensure that employees of the airlines were protected and that a path back from the pandemic was available. For that, we'll always be grateful to the RAA. And work's always continued with respect to restricted ATP pathways, finding a way to sustain our business in the most difficult times where we didn't have enough pilots to fly. The RAA never put down the sword and continues to challenge and to represent better, smarter, safer ways to train our pilots. And those will come to fruition, I'm certain of it. And when they do, it will be a strong marking of a new chapter in the RAA's history. A big thank you to Faye for your leadership, a small but mighty organization that does punch well above its weight, that gets to the people that need to hear the value that regional carriers play in this United States commercial air service environment. We are vital. And we are a huge part of what makes this country move. And thank you for helping us find those ears that need to hear the message. I joined the RAA officially in 2014 on the board after sneaking into too many meetings that I probably shouldn't have been in as the U.S. Airways Express president. And my reflections of the board involvement have been nothing but grateful. There's a collection of incredibly experienced and intelligent leaders in the board meetings facing some very major issues and collaboratively and transparently addressing what needs to get done. We don't always get it done, or it takes longer sometimes to get the things done that we need to, but it's not for a lack of commitment, effort, and great dialogue. I'm particularly thankful to be invited to those discussions, and I look at it as a responsibility to participate fully in those venues. So congratulations again to the RAA, 50 years, a remarkable milestone. Let's do it for 50 more.
From all of us here at Piedmont, RAA, congratulations on 50 years. At Piedmont Airlines, we know what it means to serve communities, to connect small towns to big opportunities, and to connect people to people, and to do all of that with heart. Over the years, the RAA has been like a friend, a partner, and a counselor, all rolled into one for Piedmont. A friend who has encouraged us and supported us along the way when things were going well and when they were not. A partner who's worked diligently alongside us to achieve shared goals for our business and our industry. And they are a thoroughly informed counselor who has provided us with timely guidance to help us navigate challenges and identify opportunities for elevating safety compliance and enhancing the level of service that we can provide to the communities and the customers that we have the opportunity to serve. Thank you, RAA, for everything that you have helped us and our industry accomplish over the past 50 years. All of us here at Piedmont are excited about the future, and we look forward to the next 50 years with you leading the way in this business. Thank you for everything.
For 5 decades, the RAA has been a steadfast advocate for regional aviation, championing safety, innovation, and access to air service for communities large and small. At Horizon Air, we've seen firsthand how your leadership has helped shape policy, elevate operational standards, and foster collaboration across our industry. Your support has been instrumental in helping carriers like ours navigate challenges, embrace change, and continue delivering essential service to the regions we proudly serve. On behalf of the entire Horizon Air team, congratulations to Faye and the RAA for a remarkable 50 years. Here's to the next 50.
On behalf of everyone at Republic Airways, I want to extend a huge congratulations to our friends at RAA on their 50th anniversary. 50 years of tireless work promoting safety, connecting communities, shaping our industry, and leading our collective interests. It's an incredible milestone.
Republic's roots trace back to Chautauqua Airlines in 1974. And having just celebrated our own 50th anniversary last year, we certainly understand the feelings that come with this milestone.
Over these decades of partnership with RAA, we've evolved together into what has become a unified, effective voice for promoting safe, reliable, and strong regional airline partnerships.
That shared history is so important. From my time heading up air traffic control at the FAA, I saw firsthand how vital RAA's advocacy is. Its voice on policy, safety, and modernizing our air traffic control system isn't just a benefit to our members. It's a benefit to the flying public. I remember in 2013, during sequester, when I started to shut down 75 smaller air traffic control towers to help me meet my $500 million expense reduction, RAA and one Faye Malarkey Black in particular said that just wasn't going to happen. She was right. She made Congress bail us out. And that's the kind of work that truly matters.
RAA's focus on community is equally important. In so many smaller cities across America, regional airlines are the only link to the rest of the world. RAA continually fights to protect that critical connection. The relationships we've formed through RAA have created an incredible network of learning and growth amongst its members,
And a special thanks goes to Faye for your leadership in helping us achieve this important milestone together.
So, here's to RAA, to the connections and communities you've curated, and to the industry we've helped build together.
We're excited for the next 50 years in partnership together. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.